All right, we're talking frap.
We're talking frappies.
We're here on Frap Talk. Welcome, me and the girls at our coffee clutch, talking about our favorite kinds of frap.
We're ready to get frapped up here, dude. Let's get frappy,
Merched.
dude.
Frapped
up,
merch.
dude.
Frapped, back, and
Dude,
strapped.
if you had a shirt that said Frap Daddy on it, you would make
Frap Daddy.
so much fucking
I do like
money.
Daddy Max, the new album name for your new upcoming
Dad
album.
Max.
Dad Max.
Daddy Max.
Daddy Max. That's
like
right.
Daddy Max.
I'm in a rap group from the 80s.
That's good.
Daddy Max.
Yeah, Dad Max
We're two
is a-
dads that wear our clothes backwards.
Yeah.
We got babies strapped to us, but they're on our backs.
That's a trend I still wish was popular. Wearing
Rap-
clothes backwards. That would be fucking... Why isn't that not a thing still?
It
What?
is.
It's insanely fucking
Because
inconvenient.
it's uncomfortable. Because when you pee, you got to like pull up your pants all the way down.
I don't know. I don't think I ever even tried it as like a costume.
I
Like,
did.
Yeah, of course. Like, why? For like Halloween?
No, I just tried it for real life.
Just to see.
I tried to see how...
I probably did. I think everyone
I totally
did when
did.
Crisscross
How
hit.
It was
how'd it
not
go?
good. I felt like like I did it once. I remember I showed up to play football, like backyard football with my friends, and I showed up with my pants on backwards and my shirt on backwards. Like, yeah, it's no big deal. Like, whatever.
Holy shit.
And I could not, like, everything moving was like strangling me. I just felt like a fucking moron.
Just that little bit of tightness with
Yeah.
your shirt back, it would drive me insane all day. It's like
would.
having a tag you leave on. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god.
And you did have to drop your pants all the way down to pee. You had to pull them down to at least the knee.
I thought you meant to get into the football game.
All right, you're
It's
in.
weird
It's weird football.
You must pay the toll.
with your piss.
I'm glad I have a drop door in the front of my pants. Just
would
to
have been
show
funny
everybody.
if your friends hadn't noticed that your clothes were on backwards until after like the first tackle, and you're at the bottom of the pile, and they're like, "Yo, you hit him so hard."
Yeah.
Knocked
And you're
his
like,
clothes
guys, you need to
backwards.
call my mom.
That's how the urban legend happens in football. It's like he pickled the beast and he hit him so hard his clothes went backwards. It was crazy. Now he's mentally retarded for the rest of his
What
life.
happened?
He's
He's
like,
talking
wow.
a weird voice.
What's
after
the
that.
weirdest injury? You ever seen a terrible injury playing backyard football ever before?
I mean, I've never played backyard football.
Yeah, you don't strike me as the athletic type.
Fuck you.
So,
Damn.
I had a doctor tell me that I have the body of an artist. That's what he said. And I've never heard that before. People say like the soul, the mind of an artist,
That's like the
heart.
version of face for radio
Yeah.
thing.
And I was just like, oh man, if you didn't hold my life in your hands,
you've got the body of an artist.
I would really tell you what I thought about
Wow,
you.
that's very poetic and insulting.
It's really insulting.
That's very great.
Kind of gay.
Yeah,
if you ask
it's-
me. Like he throws it out there. There's no way he's throwing that compliment out to everyone.
he pulls down a chart with the 3 different body types: athlete, normal, artist.
Artist.
Then the lights
Look,
drop.
how
he's
can I
got
do
2
this?
glasses of wine.
How can I do this without
What?
insulting you? Artist body. Got a body of an artist. That's pretty great. How old were you when that happened?
This was just a couple years ago.
Oh.
Dude, it was my surgeon. I was getting back surgery. This guy was so insane. He would talk about weird stuff. Like I'm getting surgery on my back. It's a big deal. I'm
Yeah.
nervous about it.
Yeah.
He would just bring up weird stuff. He was from
Like
South.
what?
He's like
He was
he's like
describing you
Doogie. I'm from South Africa, and let me tell you something. In South Africa, if a man takes your rooster, you got to go over to his house and get it back. Because if you don't, next he'll take your car, next he'll take your house, and then he'll take your wife.
Jeez.
So if you want to open your mouth and say, please.
I was
that's
like,
fucking-
so what do you think
wow.
about these discs?
The whole
this gonna
time
be
he's holding your balls.
What's the
It's like,
recovery
well,
time going to be like?
Could I get
on
those
this?
back, sir?
So he was talking about Tiger Woods. He was like, he should let me do surgery on his back. It would improve his golf game. I was like, yeah, let's talk about my back for a little
Yeah.
bit. What do you think?
I'm
get
going to
back
give you
to
the
the
Woods
artist.
special. Man, body of an artist. That was, if he's from South Africa, it just sounds like he's trying to be nice.
Do
Like,
you
it
have
was
the
nicest
accent?
Oh,
thing
that's a compliment over
Yeah,
there?
that sounds like that's the
that I don't
nicest
know
thing you
about?
could say to
Oh,
somebody.
okay.
It's like, you got the body of an artist and the head of a wolf and the legs of a griffin. Just describing you like a mythical
Like
creature.
I'm a fantastic beast.
Did he have a harsh accent?
Yes.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What do you think about that
appreciate not
accent?
I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I've ever heard it is in De Antwoord. You know that rap group?
Oh,
Ninja
yeah.
and what's her
Ninja
face?
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yolandi.
So I just kind of associate it because it sounds sort of tough. It sounds tough but smart at the same
It
time.
sounds like a weird delayed version of New Zealandish.
Well, it's like, except when
Yeah,
that
like
one
a
dude
weird-
does it, who's like the main South African actor, that one white guy. He's in a ton of movies, actually. He played. He was in the A-Team.
Oh,
But he didn't. I don't think he had the accent.
I know
for
you're
that.
talking about.
Mr.
He was
T?
in like whatever with the robot, like the fucking
Chappie?
Chappie. And
Yeah.
He was also what was the one before that? District 9.
District 9. Yes,
Yeah.
that
Frappy?
guy. Yeah,
Yeah, that
Whatever
guy's
that
got a
guy-
harsh. I mean, he's obviously
he
from
does. But I remember hearing Yolandi. I don't remember what happened with the N-word and Eminem. I don't remember what type of beef they had.
They had beef?
They did because there was a video
the silliest
of
beef ever.
the stupidest crap ever. But apparently Eminem called them out or some shit, which is like, why would you bother? But Yolandi was like, I'm sorry, Eminem. Like, that's how she was saying Eminem. And I was like, that can't be real. It's like, Eminem, we don't need no
Are those the two from Chappie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
Somebody
like
showed me that.
out of control. I was like, that can't be a real voice. And then the ninja guy's like, Eminem, you know you don't mean no Eminem. I was like, that would be the most insulting thing in the world.
Just a slight
Just-
bit of deafness in there too. I heard
Yeah, that's what it does sound like.
Eminem.
takes on the no on it.
Yeah, that's you definitely.
When I
are
whisper, I
South
do
African.
speak like a South African. I don't know why.
South African whispers is a very
I'm
serious.
like, listen to
album.
this apartheid. Let's bring that up.
But you never saw any good injuries as a kid?
The best injury I saw was my own. I fell off a skateboard and broke my femur.
Sick.
And
Damn, what were you doing? Just riding?
I was
Yeah.
just riding down
Yeah.
a driveway.
'Cause that's that artist body again.
It's that artist body. My bones are made of popsicle sticks, and yeah, I landed. I could tell immediately by the way my.
Were you trying to
Leg
do a
was
trick
bent.
or were you just riding?
No, I was just riding down the
That's usually how
driveway.
most injuries on skateboards happen. Like when people get them, it's just when their first time or first few times just riding it. Because they ride with no, like just standing straight. It's like you gotta.
Were
like
you
I
going
was-
sidewalk surfing? Or you're like, hell yes.
I was just going down a driveway, and
Damn.
had some speed and fell off, and my leg
how
went
it
like,
goes.
"Ha!" And then you
Hitting
could see the bones sort of like poking out a little bit.
Yep.
And my friend went,
yeah.
"Ah, I'll go get help." And I'm in
never
the
return.
I'm in the middle of the road screaming, and this kid from across the street who I'd never seen before comes out of a house and he goes, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I said, "My leg is broken." And he goes, "Don't say it's broken. If you think it's broken, it will be."
Hell
Good God.
yes.
And then so other people started to come up and they go, "What's wrong?" And I go, "My leg is broken." And he was there. He's going, "No, it's not. No, it's not." And I was like, "Get this kid out of
what
here!"
kind of holistic hippie
Yeah.
mom did this kid have?
And
what
so
a terrible
You grew up
child.
next to the warlocks. It's just like fucking, dude, it's on your head, man. It's like, nope, that's the bone coming out of my leg.
So they took me to the hospital. My femur was broken, yada yada. I come back like a week home, like a week later, and I'm in bed in a body cast. And who comes to
Jesus.
visit me? The kid from across the
Holistic
street,
kid, yeah.
holistic kid. And he looks at me and he goes, "Told you."
Wow, what a cock.
What a strong
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, if I could get out of this bed, I
Yeah.
would strangle you.
Yeah, just tell him if you think you're going to die, you're actually going to die, you piece of shit.
what happened to that kid?
He became my best friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, what an origin story.
And we made Batman and Joker costumes, and we won second place in the Halloween parade.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Now who was the Joker?
I was the Joker.
You were the Joker.
Yeah.
Of course, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you
Bro,
give
come
off.
on. Of course, dude.
Yeah.
Now, were
it's
you-
got to be an artist body to
Yeah.
play the
Always the
Joker.
Joker,
yeah,
dude.
that's definitely-
Still the Joker.
Athlete is always the best.
Still the Joker, dude.
They
Wait,
should put you
were
in.
you a Nicholson Joker?
Yeah, this was Nicholson
Yeah,
era.
you were Nick. No, all right, that's
And we actually did like
I thought you were Caesar
prosthetics to
Romero.
get the-
That would have been way
that's
better.
the best Joker.
Yeah.
Caesar Romero's the best. Joker.
Oh, the white paint over
White
the
face
mustache.
over the mustache.
Original.
Yeah.
He wouldn't shave his mustache.
Dude, that would be great if you were a kid and you're like, I'm going as Caesar Romero Joker. So you put on a fake
Fake
mustache and then
white
paint it
paint
over
dude.
it.
Everyone would lose their mind. That's why he's the craziest Joker. They're like, Caesar, you got to shave that mustache. Like, I'm not going to shave.
Nah.
They're like, well, can you do it for? Like, no, or I quit. I won't do it. It's like, fuck you, dude. And he just went out wearing grease paint, and Adam West was so mad at him.
Was he?
Yeah, Adam West hated Caesar Romero because Caesar
perfect.
Caesar Romero
Yeah.
wasn't taking the role serious.
The director was probably like, use that.
it was out
Kind
of
of the
control.
point.
Use that
right?
anger, Adam.
It was. I mean, apparently, according to like even Burgess Meredith, like Adam West was one of the hardest people to work with because
Really?
he was so like method with Batman. Like he really, not that he believed he was Batman,
Right.
but like he would start getting into it, and like even in the fight scenes, like sometimes he would hit extras, and they would just be like, "What the fuck?"
They're like, whoa, easy on the pals and the capes.
Mr. West, you broke my nose. That's the price of justice.
Did you see that slang?
Sorry.
You got me.
Apparently, there's a memoir that he wrote, that Adam West wrote, and there's a scene, or it's not scene, but like a part in the book where he talks about Burt Ward coming into his trailer, and Adam West has 5 women lined up to blow him in his trailer.
To blow Burt Ward?
To blow Adam West. So waiting in line. Like one chick's blowing Adam West already.
There's 4 behind her.
And there's 4 behind her. And Burt Ward's like, oh my God. And apparently all Adam West said was pure decadence. And that was all he said. And then Burt closed the door.
Wasn't he gay?
Who?
Robin, the guy who played
I
Robin.
think yeah.
There was rumors. I don't know if that was ever confirmed.
I think all Robins are gay anyway.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, like
gay.
all the Robins, even in the comics, they're all kind of gay. Like
I mean, Robin.
That's the...
Who takes a Robin?
I mean...
And a Robin and a Bat would not hang out. I'll tell you that. They're on 2 different sleep schedules. Right off the bat, you're in the wrong.
I mean, that is the 6'9" position of like the animal world. It's
yeah,
like,
I get it. The yin yang, also super gay.
It's very...
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think he was in it for the crime fighting. You like that suit though? Tell you that.
It was tight.
Oops.
Come on, Joker. What are we doing?
Hold on a second. Oh shit! It's Adam West. It's actually Terminex. They keep fucking calling me.
Is that a bad guy in Batman?
Riddle me this, Batman.
He's like, hey, I'm here to kill the...
I'm about to eat a priceless antique wooden table, and no one can stop me.
This guy's like, hear me out. Terminex.
I'm going to infest the city, Batman.
I just ate the president's desk. What now?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, we didn't really think this fucking bullshit. That's, you know what? That's not far off from a villain that would be created in the 1930s.
There was,
They
I
were
remember
terrible villains.
seeing an Iron Man cover, and there was a bad guy busting through a wall, and that they said, enter the termite. And Iron Man's like, scared. But
The termite was big?
I'm like, you have
Your iron.
blasters, your irons, you
Yeah.
have blasters on your hands.
I think you could really sum up really bad choices. And I don't know how far back they go or when they were created, but when I watched, what is it, Suicide Squad 2,
Oh, yeah.
that's when you're like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
some of
That's
them
like just
were real
throwing them out there. They're like, okay, I got one. It's like, what?
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, it's like insane people.
But that was how it was in the 1920s.
Yeah, that's a
right.
real-
That's what I mean.
They just like were making...
See what sticks.
The craziest thing was the fucking guy whose arms could come off. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a real guy.
Yep.
That was a real character. So I was like, all right, I got it. So you guys have been thinking Batman, Cape Crusader, whatever. How about a guy?
We call him Bill the Vietnam vet.
He has got PTSD out the ass.
His arms can come off. Lost them in Saigon.
Go ahead, put me in handcuffs, see what happens. Pop.
Shit. Now you got a horrific nightmare coming at you. Try sleeping tonight, idiot. I can't sleep at all. I keep seeing the bombs. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's how it was in the 50s. Everything was goofy. Like
Yeah.
Superman there was red kryptonite, which would make
Sure.
random things happen to you. So he would have the head of a lion, or he'd turn into a
I didn't know
giant
that.
ant, or
I don't know much about Superman.
I don't really know about the ethos as well. I do know that, like, there's the dog. I know about the Krypto,
Oh, yeah.
the dog, which is also a crazy thing that they're like, you know what we got to have? A dog from Krypton shows up on Earth.
oh,
right?
dude, have you ever read the last Superman comic from the original run?
The one where
No.
he dies?
Yes.
Yeah.
That Alan Moore wrote?
Yes.
And Krypto, so yeah, Krypto's like a joke. He's funny, right? But in this comic that Alan Moore wrote, so all of Superman's bad guys get together and attack him at the same time. He's hunkered down with all of his friends and family in the Fortress of Solitude because the bad guys are like killing people and they've gotten serious, and he's like, what is going on? The Kryptonite Man attacks Superman. He's going to kill him. And Krypto comes up and just bites the Kryptonite Man in the neck.
Yes.
And kills him. And the Kryptonite Man, as he's dying, is like, you stupid dog, what are you doing? I'm killing you. I'm killing you because
Yeah.
he's made of kryptonite, and Krypto, and
But
he
Krypto
dies, and
lays
then
on the
Krypto
sword
dies
for
too. And
fucking
yeah, he
Superman.
gave his life for Superman.
Damn, that is
What kind of
sick.
dog was it?
badass.
Puck.
Pug.
Seriously?
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, dude,
There's
I
a
wouldn't
Chihuahua.
be surprised. I would not be surprised.
He was a Brittany Spaniel. A lot of people don't know. It's very obscure. No, he was like almost like a, what the fuck was
A
he?
Fraser dog?
Yeah, something like that.
Remember
Oh, like a
Fraser's
Jack
dad's-
Daniel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was
Jack
a little bit
Daniel, yeah.
bigger.
A Jack Daniels. I think he was
Yeah.
a Jim Beam.
Yeah, he's a Jack Daniel.
He was an Elijah Craig Spaniel. Fucking wasted all the time.
He's a bullet bourbon.
Well, here are the different tiers of dogs we have. We got the bottom shelf dogs, the Elijah Craig ones.
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell. Have a shot at Jack Russell.
I hope it's a Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that is crazy that crypto bit a dude in the neck, and it's funny that that even was a thing though. I've always been blown away by like comic books where they're just like, yeah, we're running out of ideas and we're just gonna throw anything at the
That's
wall.
what like Suicide Squad came off to me.
And it blows my mind that Suicide Squad. What?
That's what it came off like. The second one when they introduced all these characters, I was like, is this just for the movie? And then I just started like Googling all the characters.
dude.
I was like, oh, these are just real. They had arcs here and there. They're not main characters.
They just threw him out.
The Weasel should have his own fucking novel, dude. That thing ruled.
You'd think.
That's just a fucking weirdo.
The Weasel, what's his power?
Nothing.
Nothing. He's just a half man weasel thing.
Yeah, he's the weasel.
That kind of commits crime.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's like a very
A
weird.
man with the strength of a weasel. Imagine it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I know I'm fired, but here.
I mean,
take
dude,
this
they must have
idea
just been
about
cranking them
the
out.
love of God.
Trying to catch up with anything. You know what I mean?
I mean, at that point in time, though, DC was the only real comic book in the game. Marvel hadn't really even got off the ground yet.
Yeah, that's what I said. They've been around a lot
They
longer,
were
right?
just kind of throwing anything out, and I think they won with Batman and Superman. They were cornering everything.
And
They're like,
Spider-Man.
no, that was Marvel.
Totally. I think he switched.
You should be embarrassed how little you know about comic books. You
I
know
don't
that?
give a
Didn't
shit.
you go to college?
No,
Jeez, dude.
not for college. Not for comic books.
You didn't go to comic book college?
I tried.
You
They
didn't
let me
major in Spider-Man?
It would be funny.
He got a degree in X-Men from Professor X.
Yeah.
No, I've never got into comic books, like ever.
Too busy getting laid?
Sports, you know?
Yeah, not with that artist.
Not
body.
falling off a
Yeah,
skateboard.
That's true.
Too busy landing on a skateboard. dude.
Oh, wow. Must be nice. I'll never know what it
was
feels
not.
like.
So wait, was that your first and last interaction with a skateboard after you break your femur?
No,
You ever go back to him?
I went back and got right back after I healed. I got right back on the skateboard, broke my leg again. No, I'm just kidding.
Same trick.
Yeah,
just,
same trick.
driveway.
Boom. My parents forced me to, and I broke my leg again. That happened 3 times. And
The driveway's your Normandy Beach, man.
Yeah.
You cannot get off it,
no, I skated when I was a teenager.
man. Did you brag about the injury? Did you ever be like, yeah, bro?
It's not really brag worthy.
Nah.
Guess what I did?
Yeah,
Fell off
how'd
a-
you do it?
Fell
It's
off.
like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, you could say like, yeah, I broke my femur skating. I'm kind of like, I know my way around the board. Like,
Yeah.
how did you do it? Driveway.
My
You
doctor
know what?
sort
You
of
ask a lot of questions.
Maybe you should back the fuck up.
my parents would, like my doctor and stuff, like but other people would brag about that, like, you broke the largest bone in your body. I was like, great.
Yeah.
It feels like it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Totally.
They're like, you didn't just mess up, you really messed up.
So you're
Yes.
gonna have nerve damage. From
Yeah.
that one.
I should be
How
proud.
long did you skate for after that when you were a teenager?
Oh, like a couple years, like I don't know. I feel like I didn't skate.
Yeah,
I feel
sticked
like
around.
all teenagers
Yeah.
skated.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody.
how else do you get to the 7-Eleven? I mean,
Yeah.
That is true.
walk like a nerd.
Wow.
Come on, scoot.
So what's going on, dude? You haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. What's new?
I'm in town because I'm getting ready. I'm going to be recording my second comedy album next week at Helium on Wednesday the 28th.
All right.
And so getting ready for that, gearing up.
Are you excited?
That's what everybody asks me about everything, and the answer is always no.
Yeah. No, I can't imagine
how
you're
could you be
excited.
excited about that.
Well, no, I just don't. I don't know. No, I should be excited. I'm having a kid, actually, in a
You're
couple
having a
weeks.
kid?
What?
That's why I'm recording another album.
Oh shit! Congrats.
So
I
my
didn't even
first-
know you were having another
Yeah,
kid.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So my first album I recorded 6 years ago because I found out we were having a kid, and I was like, oh, I got to record an album before we have a kid. Sure. And so then I found out we were having another kid. I'm like, oh, I got to record another album before our next kid.
So now I have 2 things to disappoint your children with.
Wow.
I'll
Talk about breaking a femur bone.
I think you've had enough of this.
I'm sorry. I
Cold brew.
have been drinking this old coffee for a little bit. I'm sorry. No, that's great. I didn't know. That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah.
2 kids.
Do you
Two
know if
kids.
it's boy or girl?
It's a boy.
Do you know what you're going to name him?
Yes.
You can't say it, though.
Can't say.
Why?
No. That's
No, I can't say Dashel.
What?
Dashel?
Dashel.
Dashel.
Like Dashiell Hammett?
Like the reindeer? Dashel?
That's Dasher.
Mm.
Dashel Hammett.
I don't know who
is
that
that
is.
Kirk Hammett's brother?
Who's Kirk Hammett?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Is he a professional wrestler or is he a sports person? Which is that? I know he's one of the. I know he's one of the two.
For whom the bell tolls for this guy. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, he's the guitarist for Metallica, dude. I'm sorry that you don't know
okay.
that.
He's the guy, like, you don't know. He might be white.
Yeah, he's racially ambiguous.
Oh, that
dude.
guy.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
him.
He's like The Rock.
Yeah.
You kind of don't know.
He's like Vin Diesel.
You know, you never want to know either. You never question him. So Dashel.
Dashel.
What? Wait, and where does this name come from? What's the origin?
It was so funny. My wife Jen, she was like, we found out she was pregnant. She's like, all right, let's find a name. So I need to look at a book. And she walked over to the bookcase, and I thought she was going to look at a book of baby names, but she just looked at all the authors' names of all the different books on the shelf.
Yeah, yeah.
And she saw I have the Maltese Falcon and the Glass Key and the Thin Man. I'm a big
The
Dash.
Maltese Falcon I've heard of.
Yeah. And she goes,
Never
oh,
read it.
Dashel.
Heard of
Dashel
that
Hammett.
one,
That's a nice name. Oh, you've heard of that book?
I have.
Sorry, I forgot to.
That was the best. I was like, I
Sorry.
heard that book.
Way to go.
Don't act like
Good
we
job.
don't know books.
Look,
Dad.
I understand a lot of
It's a movie, too.
Literature.
Dad,
That's why I know
Dad,
that.
look what I drew.
Yeah.
Dad.
Did you... That was a movie, though. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
they did make that into a movie.
Pretty good movie.
Wow.
same
You
with
know a
Moby
lot of
Dick.
stuff.
About movies.
Yeah.
If a book got made into a movie, I can tell you everything about that book.
At least the movie version.
Exactly, which is usually better.
It's usually.
I hate people that say the book's way better, which I'll never know, though. Like, people tell me Jurassic Park is way better as a book.
No
Oh.
fucking way.
My mom swears it is.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to say hard
Did you read
no.
the book?
Of course.
Did you think it was the
Did
same
you-
thing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's better, but it's as good and it's different. I mean, in some ways, it kind of is better.
Yeah.
But
Told
Jurassic
you.
Park's, but I would say in that instance,
I read
it's-
the movie.
They're different. I wouldn't say one is
I read
better
the
than the other.
novelization of the movie.
Yeah.
I
That's
read
so
that.
funny. Dude, I have a novelization of the movie Batman.
That's sick
Really?
as fuck.
So Batman, the Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it's a comic book. They make it into a movie, and then someone wrote a novel
Yeah.
of that movie. It's like all you gotta do is turn that book into
That's
a
the ultimate
T-shirt,
lazy,
and then
I had a novelization of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
oh, nice.
Which was like the most ridiculous thing I ever. I was like, yeah, I'll just read this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, they lost him again.
that was a good read,
Can't
probably.
believe it. Actually, the book better than the movie.
Home Alone 2 is so violent.
It really
It
is.
is crazy as fuck.
He's dropping bricks on their head.
That I remember when I did see it because I saw it in the movie theater with my dad, and I remember when we were watching it later, he was like, "That guy should have fucking died."
Oh, yeah.
He was just like going over. He's like, "I've seen that happen in real life."
I've been on construction
It's like
sites.
that will fucking kill. There's
Yeah.
no way Marv's walking away from that ride.
I mean, even in the first one, those two shouldn't have survived.
Yeah, that is true.
They'd at least have some PTSD.
But the fuck, yeah, that is another. I don't believe
Jesus.
that the Wet Bandits didn't come out of jail mentally delayed in any way.
Yeah.
Like really,
Yeah. They can't get near open
like
flames.
they just call him Slow Marv for the rest of his life. He's like, I think we should do it, Hal.
Any spider will send him into a tailspin, dude.
Home
They'll
Alone
just
2
lose
is
it.
like the Die Hard 2 of Home Alones.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's way more violent. It's not as good.
Yeah, it would have been crazy to see Kevin with a real gun because in the first one he had the pellet gun.
Oh, yeah.
And they bump it up to like a nail gun, like American Psycho or
Yeah.
something. They'd be like, "What are you doing, Kev?" He's like, "Yeah, Mom, look, I was trapped in a house. I may have killed a guy."
Yeah.
I may like explaining that to your parents, and then Kevin, or like a follow up of Kevin in middle school. They're like, "Kev, what'd you do?" He's like, "Well, I killed a dude.
Yeah.
over fucking Christmas break. What did you do?"
Nothing. Saw the Rockettes.
Yeah, dude.
You goddamn right, you saw the Rockettes, you pussy. I cut
Yeah.
a dude's hand off.
I thought it was lame because they have him in New York, and it's like, dude, I can barely navigate New York right now. This
Yeah.
kid's just running around free.
I did hate that.
He'd end up in Harlem in 5 minutes in that movie, dude. That would have been sweet.
Would have
Just ended up in Harlem. Brought him up there, but
Also,
Marvin them ain't going up
I
there.
also do find it. I did find it crazy that he befriended a homeless person. Like that would have never.
Oh, the
happened.
pigeon.
Yeah, the pigeon lady.
First
Like,
of all,
that would have never-
the fact that she was wearing all those clothes is wildly inaccurate. Pigeon people are always naked. I know this for a fact.
Really?
I've had 2 run-ins with pigeon people. One in New York, one in Philly. Both times, I thought they were clothed.
No,
They were just covered in pigeons.
No, they had a layer, but it was like a jacket with like a ripped T-shirt and
How
just
sick would
bottomless.
That be?
Quick
Now that's
release.
a fucking Batman villain. Just the pigeon man.
Pigeon
Yeah.
man.
Fucking-
He's
that-
covered.
Covered in pigeons.
He can fly because of the pigeons.
Because of the pigeons.
He shits on you.
He
He
shits
can
on you. Has
release them
liquid
on you.
diarrhea all the time.
He's naked,
Naked.
which is
Which is
He
terrible.
only attacks right after you wash your car, though. Just don't wash your car. He will not show up.
And his sidekick, Gull Boy, is just the most
That's the
annoying
problem.
child ever who can shit on everything and attacks you if you're eating Cheetos. It's fucking never ending.
Yeah, dude.
That would be
And
sick.
Alka-Seltzer takes him out, though.
Yeah.
These are great ideas, guys. You shouldn't be giving these away.
why-
You should tweet
you know?
James Gunn if you're watching.
Nolan.
Who's that?
Christopher Nolan.
He's the director of a lot of those movies, like Suicide Squad. I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought you liked movies.
Yeah, but not like I didn't like
He
not
doesn't like
those.
cinema, dude. He doesn't know fucking directors or anything.
James
Yeah, I
Gunn
do.
doesn't make cinema.
Whatever.
James Gunn. I've
You.
heard his name. What else has he done?
I don't know actually. I just know he does like some of those
Okay.
Marvel movies.
I mean, I knew Nolan obviously did.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe he.
Oh,
did?
really?
He did do
Wait, is he the one that
Guards.
like was like sticking up for what's his name when they all got what's his name who stars in that movie Guardians of the Galaxy? He got
Probably.
shit because of the church.
Yeah, he
goes
gets in
to.
trouble every now and then.
Well, he goes to a church that's like anti-gay community. I don't know if they're anti, but they definitely speak out against it.
Gotcha.
Like they're the truth. They're the truth of the Bible. They're like, come on, gay, please.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. Apparently, a lot of celebrities go to this church.
And then he
What,
got-
Scientology?
No,
not Scientology,
like-
it's something else.
Some kind of super
Some other
Methodist.
wacky
John's
shit.
Hollywood Church Emporium.
Do you push religion on your
Yeah.
kids?
I don't push religion on my kids, but I do. I mean, as everybody knows, I am a Presbyterian comedian. That's how I market myself in most
That's what
of the
I always
shows.
tell people. Like,
I mean,
Doogie, right?
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Presbyterian comedian Doogie Horner. Give him a big hand. Praise the Lord.
Amazing.
The Presbyterian, that's like basically Catholic, right? You're in the.
No, Presbyterian's
Yeah,
like
alright.
very laid back
So they're the cool-
Christianity.
yeah, the cool Christians.
It's like
They
there's
don't get involved with
the only people
Protestants
more
and
laid back
Catholics.
than us are the Unitarians, like UCC.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
what Dave Smith is.
A Unitarian.
Yeah, or. He believes in some weird
I was
stuff.
gonna say those unis. They
Yeah.
are out of control.
They're running for president. Ralph Nader.
Is he a uni?
I think so.
That's
That's
sick.
his party. The
So-
Unitarians.
the Prezi boys, they respect Jesus, but they don't really believe he's not like he's God, right?
Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's God's son.
So but is to the Presbyterians, is he like the truth?
Oh, do they believe in the Trinity?
Yeah.
I think so. There's
They don't. Do they?
Father,
they don't
Son,
believe
and
in
the Holy
saints,
Ghost.
Do they? Aren't they
No.
more on the?
I think they believe
The
in the saints, but they
Protestant
don't pray to the saints. We don't pray to the saints. We don't pray.
Right.
I don't pray to Virgin Mary. I don't think.
I mean,
You're like, I don't.
Thanks for
think
another
so.
verge.
But yeah, they believe in the Holy Trinity,
Right.
Father, Son,
But
and
I
the
know
Holy
one
Ghost.
Well, there's one difference with Catholic and Protestant is that the Protestants don't believe in saints. They don't have
Yeah,
anything to do
it's
with
not
saints.
Catholic.
They believe
it's not
it's
like
God and God's the one.
Episcopalian or something.
Right.
Episcopalian's more Catholic.
Catholic. Yeah.
I guess I don't know anything about that.
He's not even baptized, so
Yeah.
he's going to hell.
Whoa! We'll
Yeah.
We'll get you. We'll
I
get
have
you.
no idea.
You should do adult baptism.
They do it. I've seen
It's
it.
huge.
It's like gigantic. They just do it in a cool pool.
It'd be cool if you guys. You should have a show called Prank Baptisms, where you surprise baptize your friends by like pushing them into things like pools or
And then-
quarries. You know, like off a high ledge,
Like,
like
I
you go
killed
to the
this
edge of
guy
a quarry.
baptizing him.
Welcome to prank baptisms. Today,
We're gonna paralyze a guy off of I-95.
Chad's going to heaven whether he wants to or not.
Yeah, today.
Maybe
In the
today.
quarry.
Yeah.
You're gonna cross the Rainbow Bridge, Chad.
I like how you went from pools to like quarries. I'm like, what?
Well, you got to one up it. You push a friend into a pool. That's good for the first episode, but eventually you got to.
But you have to have something with water because that's,
Yeah.
isn't that the whole point
well,
of
you gotta
baptism?
bless the water,
Yeah.
right? Can't you just bless the
sure.
whole? I thought I've seen.
I guarantee it's already been blessed.
They do that in movies all the time.
Once you
where
bless
they're
one little
fighting
piece.
vampires.
It's like Ice
Where they get
Nine.
holy water and they put it in the sprinkler system and they use that to kill all the vampires.
Yeah.
Isn't that in Blade?
Yeah.
Might have been.
That might have been. I can't remember what that is, but I do remember from.
Seems like a
from
Blade
Dusk Till
move.
Dawn, they were blessing the condoms full of holy water.
Oh, nice.
Which is sick.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The super soakers, which is like such a great idea.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah.
Killing-
Vampires are probably like, that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, you could imagine vampires being super pissed off.
That's so
Like,
not
what the
cool.
Fuck is this?
So not cool.
Yeah.
Kind of
Holy
cheating.
water, you pieces of shit. That man,
Meat
that is
bags.
That is a big ace in the hole.
Are you scared of vampires, Doogie?
Yeah.
No.
What's the one monster you are afraid of?
Man. No.
Yeah.
It's like the end of a Twilight Zone episode. And the
It is-
greatest danger of all, it was us all along.
That and gigantic spiders. We can't have those.
No, my son and I have talked about this a lot. He always asks me, he's like, what monster do you think is the scariest?
Sure.
And then we also say, like, which one would you actually want to fight? Because the scariest in a movie is different than the scariest in real
Sure.
life.
Sure.
Zombies are really scary in movies because they look crazy.
Yeah.
Right? The eyeballs are falling out and the brains
Horrific
are, you know.
imagery, yeah.
But they're easier to fight than a vampire.
Sure.
Because a vampire is just as smart as you, plus they have all these magic powers.
But they just look like someone from the Castro.
But they just look like a dude with like white skin,
They
a pale
just look
dude.
like a really fruity
Yeah.
guy.
Werewolves, we discussed, and they're actually, it's just like, it's basically like fighting a wolf,
Yeah.
which is hard.
Probably stronger than a regular wolf.
But that doesn't even matter because a regular wolf is already stronger
Strong.
than you. Is already
True.
strong enough.
True.
So you can
Yeah.
make him stronger. And
Doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't.
mummies, super easy. Just don't touch their stuff.
Yeah.
And they're slow.
Sure. And you could unravel a mummy. You can unravel a mummy.
Have you
Yeah,
done
that's
that?
what
I'm
happens.
just saying, you pull.
Have you pledged to a fraternity?
What I'm saying is,
All right, Ryan, sneak into the Philadelphia Museum of Art and unravel a mummy.
Yeah, King Tut sucked my butt was on the T-shirt. But I don't. Yeah, if you just pull a bandage and start running from a mummy, you fuck that mummy.
Yeah, if I've
All
seen
right.
any Scooby Doos,
Well,
Look,
you-
if I've seen, if I'm going
obviously,
on,
that's how I deal with the mummy.
training of the do is how you get it.
I mean, even in Monster Squad, it's
Yeah.
like, why even put this slow sack of
they
shit in
put
this?
dude, that's the best
He's
mummy
just-
death in a movie. Monster Squad.
Yeah, mummies are slow, but they don't stop. It's the same thing with zombies. It's like they walk really slow, but they never stop
Yeah,
walking.
yeah.
I guess that's their
True.
strength.
Or they could be like the Brendan Fraser version, where they turn like the desert turns into
Yeah,
them.
but he was a pharaoh. He was like a supernatural.
But I mean, he was a mummy.
sure.
I mean, it's called the Mummy.
Look,
They tried to beef him up,
they did.
and I don't believe that shit. Also, wouldn't he be a cat? Aren't they all cats in the afterlife?
What do the Presbyterians believe about?
Well, I'll tell you
cats
what.
in the
The
afterlife?
why
Presbyterians do believe we all become cats in
No,
the
the
afterlife, and we
Egyptians.
sit on God's great lap in a sunbeam that never dims.
Yeah, I would be. Scariest would be. It sucks because I think vampires would be the scariest thing to fight.
Really?
Because, well, think about what they can do. It sucks.
I mean, I would be more afraid.
I hate it.
It sucks.
They're not going to fight fair. At
Well
least with
put.
a werewolf, he's going to just come right at you, and you better be ready.
get you.
With a mummy, he'll get there eventually. Swamp Thing, he'll do the same thing.
I like
But
that you included Swamp Thing.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
he's
I
talking
mean,
about
he always left out.
he's talking about the creature from the Black Lagoon, which is
Yeah, Swamp Thing.
Yeah, stay away from water.
Gillman. Yeah, just
Yeah,
don't
Gilly.
don't go near the lake.
But
Hit him with a
But
sponge.
Dracula, he's not known as a fair fighter.
Yeah.
No one's ever said like, you know what, you and me. He's like, yeah,
He's also
definitely.
a jerk because he can talk.
Yeah,
He
he's
can,
always so
like, demean
smart
you.
too.
That sucks. I don't want to
He's
be.
very all Dracula. You never find a retarded Dracula. Like they're all well read. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not like
very well.
it's not like Jimmy Carter's brother showing up and he's like,
Yeah.
Do you like beer?
There's no community college Draculas. It's all Cornell.
Yeah.
It's all Ivy
I'd
League.
like to see a Votech Dracula.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Comes in like if he loses,
Trade
he does
school
your
Drac.
Yeah, trade school Drac. If he loses, he just he works on your engine with you. Like that's a fair trade off. It's like, dude, I whooped your ass. Help me with this starter.
You need an oil change.
Yeah.
The air pressure in your tires is not good.
The crankshaft is dry as a tomb.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Why can't I mean, I don't know. They always have to have that accent. I don't like that.
Huh.
Love her to leave it, Drac. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
Ugh.
yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah.
So wait, what does Kirby pick then?
He
Probably
usually
makes
picks
up
either
his own.
zombie or vampire.
Well, zombies another thing. It's like you get zombies from like, you know, the ones that are like what 28 days later, or you can get zombies from fucking slow walking.
Yeah, we'll see. There's
fast
a
zombies are
difference.
way worse.
That's
The
what I
fast
mean.
Well,
What's
those
But I
are
feel
like,
like fast zombies are cheating. I'm like,
those are
yeah,
infected.
they're cheaters.
It's not
They're
really.
yeah.
That's not really a zombie.
That's not a zombie. That's a monster.
That's sort of like
know.
how the
They look
mummy
pretty
from the
zombie.
mummy's not really a mummy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's not.
Okay, so all right,
Really?
you're saying traditional zombs, which will get you mainly because
zoms?
of packs.
Yeah,
Cut that out.
Yeah, zoms.
Yikes.
Yeah. So the zoms, they'll come at you in packs,
Whoa.
and that's how they get you.
That sounds also racist.
Here's how they get you.
Look, the zombies.
Hey, you said it, man. This is how they attack you. They move into your.
slowly creep in. The next thing you know, you go to the fucking corner store. Nothing but zombs out front. Next thing I know, like there's just zombs all around. I can't even go to the fucking
But that's
subway.
you know, if you look at movies like you can kill them all and kill a bunch, but they
But
just
then there's
keep
more.
coming.
Yeah.
There's always
That's the
packs.
thing.
It's
It
the hordes
never
of the
it
undead.
never stops.
Yeah.
So with that, I don't know. I would, depending on my setup, I need a nice setup. I'm not taking them on.
Well, the whole
street.
thing is like zombies. Like even that's the point. Like even if they're slow, eventually you will run out of food. You will
Run
run
out of
out
bullets,
of everything,
everything, yeah.
and you'll die.
Yeah, they play the long con.
Yeah.
So if that actually happened, though, wouldn't they also eventually run out of zombies?
Why?
I mean, I know they're always making more zombies, but once you get used to the zombie thing, you just stay in your house, you board up the windows, you go out, you shoot some. Wouldn't we be able, like, how long, if there was actually a zombie
So-
outbreak, how long do you think it would really take to get it
wipe-
under control?
Okay, let's just say
At least 13 seasons.
Like, how long did it take us to get rid of...
Whatever the Walking Dead's
that
on.
was a long time.
It's like, and they just kept coming. I'm like, yeah, I agree with you.
Well,
it's like, dude, if you
see,
get a fortress,
The
fuck
other
'em.
thing you got to take into consideration are these zombies, traditional zombies. Like if you die, no matter what, even if you're not bitten, do you come back as a zombie?
Oh, right.
No, I'm saying you got to be bitten. You
Yeah.
got to die by hand of the zom.
Zom.
You got to You got to live by the zom,
Zom.
die by the zom, dude. You can't just die.
I,
and
see-
I agree with that, I guess.
But there are
Yeah.
there are also the zombs that you look at like in like secondary Romero films where they're coming out of the ground. Like they've already been buried and there's like a chemical spill and then they're like re-zommed.
Yeah.
So like you got to look at that. Like and even then there's like dead alive. Zombs can have sex and have baby zombs, which is like a weird.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It's not like a thing, but Peter Jackson
You're
did
saying
it.
it's a possibility.
Yeah. Like imagine a zom. If you saw two zoms fucking, if you see two zoms,
Did you just tell me to
fucking-
imagine it? Hold on a second. Cool.
Yeah, two zoms
Yeah.
get down. Do you stop them or do you let them?
I would be like, for shame. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah.
You shame zoms.
Yeah, I would shame them. I'd be like, that's disgusting. Are you even married?
Yeah.
Stop that.
because it would be
Gross.
crazy to see zom oral.
Well, it's
If
also,
any-
are they ever in heat or are they just taking it?
I think
I
they're
bet you
just,
there's been some slipped into the wrong one a couple times. It's like, it looks like a lot of the zoms are ugly as shit. You don't know.
You don't know. You think there's any zom
And when
guilt?
it bends over, it's not very
it's like a
distinctive.
zombie's like, not again.
Yeah.
I thought this was somebody.
Carl, it's me.
Look, it was dark out. You have long hair. It's been growing out.
Yeah, they always do.
You lost a lot of weight. You still have those hips.
look
I'm
good.
Sorry. Jesus Christ.
Take the compliment.
You look good enough to eat. No pun intended. I could eat your ass.
I wish George Romero was here to weigh in. He'd be like, well, they can't talk, first of all, Mr. Was it Ryan Shaner?
Yeah, well, you know what? They've always said that, but then in Return of the Living Dead Part 2,
Yes.
they do speak and use crude tools
Yes, I
and are logically based.
All right, you're right. You're right.
That's
But
insane.
It is fucking wild. And then, like, even in Day of the Dead, Bub
Yeah.
was slowly learning. That's how you win with the zombie apocalypse. You have to train them like animals. You have to get them used to you so they don't see you as food, and then hope that they won't ever bite you, which is like
Yeah. That's you're playing with.
But the
you're playing
crazy
with
thing
fire.
is, even that what sucks is with that whole concept is that much like anything trained will be fucked by a person.
Oh, at one
Anything
point, yes.
trained by anything domesticated will be fucked by humans. It's just the way.
Is that one of Newton's laws?
I mean,
Yeah, Billy Newton. He hangs out down at the corner store. Good guy. Dumb as shit.
it's like
He got
gravity.
zombie.
My balls dropped. I'll tell you that much.
He just fucks everything
But
moving.
if you, it's like it's only a matter of time before someone like, I trained this zombie to be cool with me, and she's super stacked, and I'm gonna fuck.
I
that
mean-
butt. That's just
Really?
dude.
Everything.
Think about it.
I am thinking about it. I don't think anybody
Say
would.
you are a scientist.
Okay. With you so far. Gotcha.
Scientist.
Okay, I'm a scientist.
You're training
Got it.
zombies to be basically,
Wow.
conditioned to be around you.
Congratulations.
Jeez, thanks. That's huge. Thank you very much. I won't let you or humanity down.
So you,
Okay, what next?
You have
I'm really excited.
trained-
I'm working.
You
this
found
is
a way.
exciting.
You've got 3 zombies.
Hold on, my wife's calling. I got to stay late. This is important.
Yeah,
No,
and
I know
this is
our,
another fake
This
call.
is I know our
Because-
relationship is important too, but this is for humanity.
You find
Okay.
you've trained 3
Working
zombies.
in the lab. There's 3 of them.
2 of which are male.
Right. And the third one.
Third is a very scantily clad, heavily burned but still stacked chick.
I have sex with her. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
have sex with her.
You obviously.
That's what I'm saying. How long do you think you hold out?
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
forever.
Oh.
It's a dead person. It's a zombie. They're gross.
You gotta remember.
It's not a vampire. Now, if it was
Oh, okay. Well,
3
see, vampires
vampires.
are undead.
vampires are sexy. That's like their whole power.
What I'm saying is, say this chick. Okay. Say the zombie. Keep in mind. Say the zombie. She was only bitten on the arm, but she does turn into a full-blown zombie. Still stacked. Still pert. Still got an ass that doesn't quit.
Uh-huh.
You're training
Guys, you're going to get me in trouble.
her. You're training her.
Oh, my
with
God.
your pants
Oh, it's hot
Yeah, she's
in
got
here.
a crop top. She's got
Why
low-rise
is it so
jeans
hot?
on.
because
The studios
it's erotica.
has poor ventilation.
It's erotica.
There you go.
Oh man, we just coined.
We put
zombie
the rot
fucks.
in erotica.
Yeah, dude.
Erotica.
You guys should have a booth at some rockabilly festival or something.
Dude,
I would like to do
erotica?
that. Maybe we get sexually
selling
harassed
zombie
by Busey.
porn.
Yeah.
Giving people tattoos of pretty zombie ladies.
I mean, pretty zombie ladies are already a thing, and that's the whole thing too. Is like sometimes you'll go to like a Halloween adventure, and you'll see like hot chicks,
Sexy zombie
sexy
costume.
zombies. You're like, what is this? And it's like, don't. do
Sometimes
that.
in like June, I just go to like a Halloween adventure.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
No. Well, now the Halloween adventures are over.
Right,
It's
obviously.
spooky season, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You
that.
go into a spook show, and you see there's like costumes. There's like
There's always a
sexy-
hot version
There's
of
a
everyone.
hot version.
Yeah.
There's a hot version of Fred Krueger.
I was at a party and a friend showed up and she was dressed like a pirate and she looked like a pirate. And then another girl showed up and it was the same costume but like less pieces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she
that's
was
sexy.
the
She was
sexy
wearing the eye
pirate. It
patch
was
in the wrong
same-
place.
Yeah.
And there was a girl who she was wearing a gold or like a gold leotard. That was it. So it was like a skin tight bodysuit, and then she had a piece of cheese on her head, and she goes, "I'm mac and cheese."
Damn.
Whoa.
And I was like, that takes a lot of guts.
I do also think where they make things sexy that you're like, that's where you're going with that. I saw like 2 years ago an olive oil from Popeye, like costume, and it said classic olive oil, which was the long skirt and the long shirt and like the bun.
Sexy
and, like,
olive oil.
It was almost like a girl like frowning, like she was like, I'm olive oil.
Yeah.
And then there was sexy olive oil, which was like a crop top and a short skirt
nice.
and like the buns, and she's all like huge and stacked. I'm like, that's not Shelley Duvall. That's
If
not.
Popeye saw those two, he would look at the normal one and be like, "That's sexy olive oil.
Yeah.
This other
he-
girl's a trimp.
yeah.
Get her out of here."
Well, he's like,
He's a
his
classic
weird ass
dude.
arms.
He's got
weird
those
looking
too.
too.
Yeah, he's like, how's
Those
he
aren't
putting his
normal.
shirt on?
He's deformed.
Yeah. That shirt just doesn't come off.
Yeah. You don't do
Snap-on
Yeah.
sleeves.
I mean, those are all button ups. But then again, even then,
The arms are the problem.
yeah, those arms are the problem. How do you think you got them?
I think I know.
Opening lots of cans.
No.
Did you guys see the Robert Altman live action Popeye movie with Robin Williams?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said Shelley Duvall. So weird.
Creepy.
Weird.
It
Yeah.
is very weird.
So weird.
I haven't seen that in ever, though. That was a while ago, right? That was like the 80s?
It's a bad movie. It was a huge mistake
Yeah.
for everyone involved. And it had a great... Robert Altman directed it.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is in it. And then Harry Nilsson did a lot of the music.
Really?
Who was Bluto?
Harry Nilsson ruled.
Who was Bluto in that movie? He was another famous guy, too.
Yeah, I forget.
No.
Harry Nilsson's story. I visited my friend one night, late at night. I get to his house at like 2 a.m. I walk in. He's baked. He's so high. I say, what are you doing? And he said, I was just watching this documentary about Harry Nilsson, but it keeps repeating itself. It's weird. And I watch, and he's actually watching an infomercial for like a 10-disc set of Harry Nilsson, like best of CDs.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, you would know his That guy was nuts, dude. And it's
Nilsson?
funny because not many people know him. They know like the 2 or 3 like major songs he had. You know, it was like Jump in the Fire, and then it was, you know,
Everybody's talking.
everybody's talking, and then you know, My Best Friend, that stuff. But like, if you hear the stories behind him, matter of fact, speaking of Robin Williams, he's in the one documentary, and he goes to sum up Harry Nilsson is very easy. He's the one friend that shows up at 3, 4 in the morning. He's probably half in the bag, and he makes you go to Cancun for 2 weeks. That's it. It's like that's what he did. He didn't stay in one place. He just fucking roamed around.
That's great.
Yeah.
He's that one friend, you know, the one that shows up and then takes you to Cancun for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I need friends like
yeah,
that.
I would love-
What?
But I think he was making them pay. Show up, like, we should go to
We're
Cancun.
going. Get your wallet.
He's
Come
like,
on.
I know you took it on the chin on that Popeye movie, but you know, sun in the fun, my
He
friend.
takes you to the Gulf of Mexico. I only have friends that take me to the Gulf gas station. That's what that is. They're like,
Sounds
Takes me to
nice.
a Gulf in Mexico.
Yeah, he was nuts though.
that
He was
is
part of that vampire crew. Speaking of vampires,
what vampire crew?
the Hollywood vampire crew. There was like
the one
5
that killed
like
River
4
Phoenix.
No. Joaquin did that, but it was like Ringo Starr. It was like 4 or 5 guys. It's a very well known. We've talked about this.
I know.
Did they
but
call them the vampire crew because they did so much coke that they got vampire bat
Yes,
noses?
that's the theory.
Or was it because they stayed up late?
It's because they
And
said
they drank-
played. Yeah,
they drank
probably
blood.
doing blow.
They all wore capes.
Yeah, it was like
There was always one guy who takes it too seriously. Like, vampires, dude.
yeah, it was
Drinking
like when
blood,
Van
right?
Morrison was still
No,
drinking, he
Ringo.
walked in.
Bad
That guy
Ringo.
was nuts.
Yo, I'm allergic to sunlight, dude. I got photosynthesis. It's fucking.
That was dude. That's I think it was like Keith Moon. It was
That
wild.
doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah, he's like, how do I get in? I'll kill a guy. Done already, by the way. Do past murders count for this?
Man.
He ran a guy over and killed him. Well, his driver did, but he was in on it. He was like, go run him back over.
Keith Moon was a big Treasure Island fan. He loved the Disney film.
Really?
And he would listen to the sound, the audio, the album of it in his limousine. And the thing that amazed me about that, I was like, he had a record player in his limousine?
That's sick.
Whoa.
And he really identified with Long John Silver and that actor.
Is Animal based off of him or Ginger Baker?
I don't know. what's
I think the
Animal, the Muppet.
The Muppet, I think, is based off of Keith. They say it was Keith Moon, but it's a lot of people say it was Ginger Baker.
Sure wasn't Ringo.
Definitely wasn't Ringo. Dude, I didn't know he was like a very basic drummer until my one buddy who is a drummer. He's like, dude, that guy's stunk.
Dude, Ringo's
He's like, he's played the same thing almost 90% of his
Is
songs.
the definition of right place, right
Not
time.
that he's,
Yeah.
not to say he's
It's
bad at it, but he's
not
just very
that.
basic.
But like when I think what was his name, Danny Best, the guy who quit the Beatles because he didn't think
Yeah.
they were going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
good
he's just
call.
like, I'm out, and then they're like, we need a guy to play the most basic
Pete
drums.
Best.
Pete Best. It's like we need a guy to play the most basic drums, and Ringo's like, I do.
They don't
Yeah.
have to be the best.
They don't have to be the best.
Yeah, he wasn't like a Bonham or a Moon
No.
or a Ginger Baker. Like,
But it was
he
kinda-
like, I'll stay to these
Yeah,
two.
they
This is
saw him in the
nice.
background like,
They're like, we're gonna add this little one. He's like, guys, I can't. Come on, I'm already dealing with 3 things up here, plus the cymbals. I gotta hit them too sometimes. I can multitask, but come on, jeez, John.
Ringo, do you want to be in the Beatles? He's like, well, I got to be back at my dry cleaning job. Can I do it this whole night?
Like, don't worry, we'll teach you on the way to the show.
Damn it. Hold on, it's ting boom, ting boom.
And you do that for 19 songs.
Hey, every now and then he did a tiddly boom. He'd be like,
Yeah.
He did do a
tiddly.
tiddly boom. He did a lot of tiddly booms, I'll tell you that much.
If you know what I mean.
If you know
He's
what I'm
still
talking
alive.
about. He is still alive. Who do you think is going to be the last Beatle
Him
alive?
or Paul, dude, neck and neck.
I think it'll be Ringo. I feel like
Ringo will be
the slower you move, the longer you live, and he just
That was one of his failed
slow.
songs. He was like, I
Slower
got
you
two.
move, longer you live.
It sounds like a fucking
Tiddly-boom,
Beatles song.
That is pretty good.
No, I think it's
tiddly-boom.
gonna be Paul.
You think Paul's gonna outlive Ring?
Yeah.
He's still putting out good music.
Yeah,
he
he's
did
still out.
That's what
McCartney
I'm
3
saying is
Yeah.
was great. Egypt Station was great.
Yeah.
Man, when do you tell Paul McCartney to stop? You know,
I've told him so many times,
Yeah.
and he always tells me the same thing. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
classic.
He's like, first
McCartney,
off,
dude.
originated that too, by the way. I know fucking Ringo Starr don't do shit. His son's doing more than him. His
Yeah,
son's, I
but
think,
that's-
drumming for the Who.
But that's kind of like what I'm getting at is because Paul McCartney is still traveling. He's still out there. He might get hinked. He could get in a plane crash.
Who wants to kill
Hinked?
Paul?
Hinked.
Hinckley?
Hinckley.
Uh,
he might get.
Hinckley's
He might
out
get
and about.
Selena, dude.
If you want to be part of the
Selena?
John Hinckley community,
Selena.
Who's Selena?
Selena, the
Selena.
singer, she's like one of
Selena
those-
Gomez?
No,
There's another Selena?
no, just the Selena.
Yeah, the
She was
Selena.
like the most popular Latino. You don't know this? And the president of her
He's a
fan club killed
Presbyterian.
her.
He has no idea what the fuck.
The
that
president of her fan club killed her.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they like, guess who's not the president of the fan club anymore, dude?
She's like, we're
Give
gonna
us
have
your
to have a
badge.
hard talk.
Give us your badge.
They revoke her status. And she's like, no.
I think she asked about still being it from like jail.
Dude,
She's
that
like,
would
can
be
I still run
sick.
this?
I haven't gotten the newsletter. Is it?
She
Do they
was-
not know my
she
cell
was just
number?
Stealing.
Yeah,
she was like, she was
Selena money.
yeah, she was taking a ton of money.
Oh, and then she's like, I got to get out of this trouble. I'll do it by killing,
Yeah, I can't
Murder.
remember.
Kind of what happened.
adding
Yeah.
murder to the.
She
charges.
stabbed her, and then she sat in a truck for 2 hours, and they're like, "Get out of there!" And she's like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
just walked out.
That was really how.
Yeah, it was like in a hotel parking lot.
Yeah.
The whole
Huh.
thing. Yeah,
I never heard of.
seriously, they've done like 16,000 movies on
Jennifer Lopez was in a movie called Selena.
Oh, I,
Yeah.
know, I like Jennifer
it.
Lopez.
Guess who played her father?
Is she okay?
Obviously,
Is she okay? She's
she's doing great.
better
dude.
than ever.
She's back with Ben Affleck,
She's
right?
back with the flack.
That's great.
And then she is looking amazing, which is also like,
Oh, good for her.
you're a doctor, and Jennifer Lopez is the zombie.
Oh, shit.
and she
I get a
is
transfer. I'm like,
not
can you
falling
pretend to be
apart.
my boss for a second? Can I have
Like-
a transfer for personal
Like you
reasons?
got like imagine like JLo comes in and she's fucking, you know, her face is a little fucked up from a car accident. But she got bit trying to crawl out of the car. And you got to train her.
Did she
out.
get bit on her booty?
Whoa,
Whoa,
Could have made it even
that would
Take it
be,
down
that would be
a
the
notch.
Bigger?
most cheeky zombie. No pun intended. He's
Cheeky zombie.
Like, he's like, that was another Ringo song.
Yeah.
that went nowhere.
Hello. Cheeky zombie in the sun. He
Ringo,
can't
you're not even
play,
trying
he
at this
can't
point.
have
He's like,
fun.
"Come on, give me a song."
Tiddly boom, tiddly boom, boom,
I put a
boom.
load of tiddly booms in there.
Do you see how I did that with the fill? I'm a master of the fills.
I think that it would be crazy if they interviewed Ringo and he did say that he warned Harrison and Lennon of their murders. Like, I told him. I told both of
You're
them.
just gonna tell him.
I have the gift of prophecy, but nobody listens.
It's like I told John. I was like, you got to stop with this free love and everything, John.
Well, who's the dude who got Harrison? He didn't die from this.
Harrison,
Did he die from
Harrison
that?
He got
got
a-
stabbed.
he
got
got
stabbed,
attacked,
but
but
he
then didn't he
lived,
use
right?
his karate to fight the guy off?
That's what I heard. That
He
he
gave him
did.
acid.
He did.
Guy just spun around for an hour and fell asleep. It was pretty good defense.
Why,
He got over the fence though.
Yeah, he did. He got into the mansion.
Why would you try? Why would you shoot John Lennon? I still just can't. I hate to
Because-
get
I mean,
serious, but like of all there's
he's
lots of
catcher
bad
in the
things in
rye,
the world,
man.
but like John Lennon getting shot is one of the things that bums me out
Really?
more than any other
Well,
tragedy.
what bums me out about it is like I'm not a huge John Lennon fan,
I'm
but the
not at
fact
all.
that his killer was just so gay about it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm basically Catcher in the Rye. I've been reading this." I'm like, good. That's it. That's your reason.
That
He
is
went to
a crazy
Hawaii and
thing.
was like, "I'm gonna kill him." It's like, why?
You must have read the book wrong. Holden Caulfield doesn't
Yeah,
murder
That's also
Holden
another
Caulfield,
any
a
British
fucking-
pop stars.
If anything, I'm bummed that it was Catcher in the Rye and not like a novelization of a movie. Like, if he was reading the novelization of Batman. He's like, well, clearly I am.
I wish it was just a regular movie. He's like, I watched Porky's, and you know what? This Lennon guy's got to go. I'd be like, what? But then you know he's batshit crazy. This one, he's trying to like be poetic and be like, I'm
Yeah.
Holden Caulfield. I'm like, do you know how
No.
many fucking idiots have read that book and be like, I'm Holden? It's like, oh, whoa, weird teen. Can't relate to that.
Yeah, everyone
Please.
gets over it. But you know what? no one can relate to, just being lost in New York City. That would have been crazy if he had read the novelization of Home Alone 2.
That would have been funny if
That would make more sense if you killed someone after reading that book because that movie is so violent.
It is crazy jarring to see as a child.
It would be pretty awesome though to find out years later if they got what's his name on something else, and then he was like, "Yeah, I was gonna kill John Lennon." They're like, "What happened?" He's like, "I got lost on the F train." It says it transfers. At 30, it does not. There's no sign. He just got lost literally in New York.
Late for a
great.
celebrity assassination. He's like, you do know.
The
like,
fucking
he's looking
G train.
I can't read this spaghetti map,
He's
everyone.
looking down the tracks. He's like, "You're killing me, G-Train. Fucking come on."
What does the MTA even do? Delays.
Where am I right here?
Hi, how you doing?
gun.
I have a question. I'm lost.
I'm turned around.
I am very cattywampus right now. I don't know where I'm going.
Dude, speaking of fucking dumb idiots, I'm actually really psyched for the Patreon because if you watch Doogie's episode before, he gave us a little taste of when you were on America's Got Talent. He told us the story about Mike the Magician, who was obviously a legend.
Oh, yeah.
That guy rules.
Dude's a legend.
But then you said you've never really talked about that on other podcasts. Where it's like you always talk about the set because the set was insane, but you told us like, you don't talk about the other people that you've met. And then I
Yeah,
saw,
people are like, "What's Sharon Osbourne like?" And I'm like, "She's the least interesting person."
yeah, I don't care about
met.
Sharon
I don't
Osbourne.
care about that at all.
The
She's-
competitors are the interesting
Listen,
ones.
she's got nothing left. Ozzy fucking wore her down, dude. She's got nothing interesting about her. I don't care. No offense, but I don't give a shit about Sharon Osbourne. I really don't give
She
a
is
shit.
a close personal friend of mine, and she does.
I bet you Ozzy outlives Ringo
Watch this
and Paul,
podcast.
dude.
Oh, Ozzy will never die.
Yeah, I think he wants to die.
Yeah,
but-
I'm pretty sure he's like,
before-
get me a steak.
Release me from this curse.
But I saw Doogie on Monday down at Helium, and I said, "Hey, we're going to do that Patreon episode where you go it's about the rapper." And you're like, "God, there's this rapper kid." I was like,
CJ
God.
Dippa.
Yeah, wait,
What was it?
His name was CJ Dippa. And he was a kid rapper.
Hold on, tell you got to
CJ Dippa?
CJ Dippa.
because you got to tell the Magic Mike story again real quick to start it off for the people that didn't see it before. But it's the funniest fucking story in the world, and then we'll go on the other ones. How many characters do you have to discuss?
Pull out
I'd like
my
to know.
deck of cards. I'm like,
Yeah, and then Mike makes him disappear. You're like, whoa. If he appeared, do you still talk to him?
every now and then. He lives in Cape May, so
No shit.
when we go to Cape May, I'll hit him up or,
My parents live in fucking Wildhood, dude. I got to go down there.
oh, nice.
Does he still do shows? Is he a magician down there?
Yeah.
Like, which is the small venues in South Jersey?
I think he performs. I'm not sure where he performs these days. I know he does overseas stuff.
Okay.
Like
I'm gonna have to find this guy. We'll
Dubai
talk.
or-
Cruises or
no, like
overseas?
the Middle East or
What?
different country or China
He's
or
trying to make a lot of things disappear.
Yeah,
over
what
there,
are you
you know
gonna
what I mean?
say, man?
I don't know. He's a very mysterious guy. I'm
That
not
is
quite
He has
sure.
to be.
He's like, I'm a magician for a sultan in Dubai. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about, man?
That'd be sweet.
That would be
That's
crazy.
a sweet gig, dude.
That is pretty sick.
It's just like being a corporate comic. It's like work like 3 or 4 of those a year. You're fucking straight.
It's crazy. This sultan is so fucking old and dumb. I just pull a quarter out of his ear and then I tell him he's fucking crazy and I go to bed.
Yeah, $2 million every time. He pays for everything. $2 million.
I got asked to do a show in Saudi Arabia after I was on America's Got Talent. This guy called me up from Saudi Arabia and he was like,
sounds shady.
Classic.
we want you to come do a show here. We'll pay you, I think it was like $15,000. We'll fly you out here.
Why?
We're opening a mall and we want you to perform there. And then
At the Sears in Saudi Arabia.
you have to do like a hangout thing afterwards. And
Are you big in Saudi? Are you big?
I don't know. So I was
Anyone
like,
who screams at Americans like that, dude, they're gonna get. They
I was
like
like,
him over there.
let me think about it.
You're
And so I called up the Saudi Arabia consulate because I was like, am I going to get kidnapped or something? You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And it was very hard to call them because the time difference there is different. So I had to get up at like 6 a.m. to call
Yeah,
them. But I was
yeah.
like, it's worth it to find out whether
Yeah.
or not I'm going to die. And so I called him, and it was clearly like a Middle Eastern guy that picked up. He was like, hello. And I said, hi, I got asked to perform there. And am I going to get kidnapped? And he
Is
goes,
this a taken sitch?
no, we don't do that here. I was like, oh, you don't do that there.
That is
okay.
so-
We do it here, but you don't at all.
He's like, Abdul, don't worry, I covered for you.
No,
the
we don't do
package
that here.
is sealed.
Also, we don't do large fries options. We don't do any of that stuff here. We don't.
That
do
guy
any of
wasn't even paying attention to you. I was like a janitor there. He's like, nah, I don't know.
Kidnap? No, no.
Did you go?
No, I was too nervous. It was just like a weird
Yeah.
situation. It was just
that is
it was just
crazy.
like a
Couldn't get anybody?
guy.
You couldn't get an American on the phone? Did you try calling the consulate back?
I mean, he was English. He was speaking.
But still.
Yeah, but that's not the same, dude.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hey there, buddy.
Yeah, you need
Oh,
a
they do
redneck.
some kidnap. You probably
So
fine.
here's the thing. You've heard a lot about kidnapping over here, and it is not fun. I'll tell you what.
I'll show you the real Saudi Arabia. You come down here with me, right? My mama makes the best.
Also, can you tell my parents that I am alive? I just
They
wanna-
are treating me well.
Yeah, they are very worried about me, but I love it over here.
I'm staying.
I was just gonna say, I got off the plane, I took the blindfold off, and I was like, gorgeous, gorgeous.
It's a cool 70.
You know what? I have no thumbs. It is a wild day.
All right, let's wrap this up. We're going to Patreon. Talk fucking
Fantastic.
good